security disk, yes or no? Yeah, that knowledge is even required, guys. That knowledge is even required at any cost, no doubt in that. Okay, let it be, guys. Let's see what we can do. File open. Where is this? Spring. What is there? 718. 718 Spring Boot MVC. That is session 1. Session 3. Where is session 3? Yeah, here is. Yeah. Yeah, today we are going to understand code-based flow. Code-based flow. Yeah, this is a Spring MVC flow diagram that I have given yesterday, guys. That's the entire flow we understood, right? Should I revise the flow? We deploy it. Number 2, pre-instantiation of dispatcher servlet, init method execution, IOC container creation, pre-instantiation of singleton scope spring beans, injection among the spring beans, right? They will be kept in IOC con. Browser gives request. Front controller servlet, dispatch servlet traps and takes the request. Come on. Hand over the request to handler mapping. Okay, it will search in what? Handler class. Is there any handler method whose request path is matching with incoming request URL request path? Yes, there. Here info. If I'm assuming there. Okay, then what? Handler method signature controller class bean ID pass it to dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet submits the bean ID to what? IOC container, gets the controller class object. On that object, what is called? Handler method is called. Handler method executes directly logic or talks to what? Service and DAO classes for request process. What processing? Request processing. Number 10. Whatever result come, number 9 only. It keeps in request scope, but returns what? Logical view name related to view component or not. Number 11. Passes that one to view resolve. Passes that one to what? View resolve. That's great or not there? Okay, view resolver talks to what? XML file or configuration file. XML file or what? Configure. Okay. It talks to XML file or what? Configuration. Gets the name and location of the physical view component. Name and location of the physical view component. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, next one. Dispatcher servlet talks with what? Physical view component. Their presentation logic execute. Whatever output generated output goes to what? Front end. So finally response goes to what? Browser. And that response will be displayed in the form of dynamic web page or where double stars are there, only those things will be developed by the programmer manually. Dispatch servlet single star ready made. Handler mapping single star ready made. View resolver single star ready made. Only 2 stars are there for handler class and view component. In Spring Boot MVC application, following operation takes place automatically. We don't do, they will happen automatically. Dispatcher servlet registration enabling load on startup on it is done internally or not there. Dispatcher servlet created IOC container of type application container. That is also happened automatically. Handler mapping component configuration. Request mapping, handler mapping comes as a handler mapping component through auto configuration. View resolver configuration. Internal resource view resolver comes as what? Spring Bean through auto configuration. And dispatcher servlet created IOC container performs what? Pre-instantiation of singleton scope Spring Beans like what? Service, controller, view resolver, handling, DAO, repository, and all this stuff are not there. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? So three types of registering servlet component with what? Servlet container. Declarative approach, annotation approach, programmatic approach. One is declarative, another is annotation, other is programmatic approach. Everyone getting my point there? Spring Boot MVC application uses third approach automatically. This symbol indicates ready-made. Star star, blue color stars, double star indicates user defined. They are definitely user defined or not there. Okay. Yeah. These two are the jar file in Spring, guys. If it is a Spring Boot MVC application, starter we have to add. What we have to add, guys? Starter we have to add. Dispatch servlet is ready-made servlet component given by Spring Boot MVC API, which will be configured or registered with the servlet container automatically, having URL pattern / by enabling load on startup in programmatic approach of servlet registration are not there. Handler mapping component, view resolver component will become what? Spring Beans automatically through auto configuration done by what? IOC container, which is given by dispatcher servlet or not there? Which is definitely given by dispatcher servlet or not there, guys? Dispatch servlet is front controller servlet, which is one per project. Controller or handler class is Java class, one per module. Service class is one per module. DAO class is one per table or not there? Controller or handler class. Now I'm trying to launch programmatic approach of that. It's a Java class annotated with @controller. You must add @controller. You generally take on one per module basis. This class can contain multiple handler methods annotated with what? @request mapping, having request path / path are not there. Having request path / path are not there. Array, see, one request, one handler method, 10 request, 10 handler. Every handler method is identified with its method name or request path, guys. Is not identified with method name. It is identified with what? A request. Everyone got it? Okay, that's good. Every handler method of handler class is identified with its what? Request path. That is given in what? Request mapping annotation. We generate request to handler method by specifying their request path in request URLs are not there. Okay, now let's see how look at this. Control class name having @controller. Super. Public string show home parameter. Here is the logic or not there. @request mapping / home. Request path must start with a / or not there. And your choice parameter. See, flexible signature, guys, nothing fixed. Today you want to use request, take request. You want to use response, take 2 parameter. You want to use some other parameter, paste. Return type also not fixed. Method name also not fixed. But to tell that is a handler method, you should write what? @request mapping annotation. Okay, this home is there na? Should match with incoming request URL request path. Protocol, host name and port number, project name, home. Based on this request goes to handler. Based on this request goes to what? Handler. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Super. Yeah. Tell me, guys. Right. Is signature or not there? See, 20-25 possible parameters are there. 20-25 possible return types are there, and we have to use them. Flexible only, but not completely our choice. Why? Array, whatever parameters you take, dispatch servlet should create them and call them, na boss. So it cannot create everything you asked. It can create only it can create, right? So that's why possible parameters list is there, possible return type list is there. You have to design handler method by using them. But huge list is there. And most of them are given by keeping RESTful web service in mind, not for Spring MVC. Not for what? Spring MVC. See? Allowed return types are, see, one controller class can have any number of handler methods. Every handler method is identified with its request path, given in @ request mapping annotation. Each incoming request will be mapped toward handler method based on its request path or not there. Based on its request path or not there, guys. Allowed return types are, okay, tell me, allowed return. 20 plus possible return types are there or not there? See, many are there, but we generally use what? Response body, everything. But best is string. View also one possible return type. Map, model, request param, request header. Like this, so many things are there, yes. Okay. Redirect attribute, model map. We have list of possible parameter types or not, guys? Come on. Okay, but as I said, most of these parameter types and return types, these are possible return types, guys. Best is string. Okay, these are possible parameter types, guys. These are possible parameter types, guys. Come on. These are possible parameter types, guys. Best is request param, request header. Not best, best is map. What is there, guys? Best is map, model. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Super. Right. Sir, why these many things? Array, same module is used to develop the web application and also RESTful web service. Most of the return types and parameter types are given by keeping what? RESTful web service in mind. You will see more varieties in the RESTful web services. Everyone getting my point, guys? In Spring Boot MVC application, if you place controller classes under root package, where Spring Boot application class is placed, then the controller class will be scanned automatically by IOC container to make them as Spring Boot. It's a regular practice or not there? Already we are doing, I'm just reiterating. I'm reconfirming that point. Any confusion on handler methods and controller class? Let me ask few questions. How to make normal class as controller class come Spring Boot? In one class, he can place one handler method or lot of handler. Every handler method is identified with a name or request path. To place request path, we use what? @ request mapping annotation. So signature of handler method is fixed or dynamic? Dynamic means completely your choice from list of possible. From list of possible things you have to select. Right? Okay, though there are so many possible parameter, possible return type. What is the best? What is the best possible return type? String. Because string. Return type is. What's the best possible parameter? String. The best possible parameter is what? String. The possible return type is what? Okay, string. Parameter is map. Map is the possible parameter. Best is what? String. Okay. Yeah, other things are there. No, not compulsory, only one parameter. 2, 3 parameters also you can have. Not compulsory, all methods should have a same parameter, same return type. Different methods can be taken as for different requirement, guys. We can have different parameters or what? Same parameter. It's completely our choice, right? Yeah. Tell me next one. Handler mapping component. It's a component that takes a request from dispatcher servlet, scans all the controller classes, searches for right handler method, captures that handler method signature and controller class bean ID, and passes to whom? Passes to whom? That is the end work. And the good news is, the moment you add Spring Boot Web Starter, by default, a request mapping handler mapping class comes as a handler mapping component through auto configuration. There are so many handler mapping components, guys. All those classes are directly or indirectly implementing what? Handler mapping interface. What interface, guys? Directly or indirectly implementing what? Handler mapping interface. It's a component with whom dispatcher servlet handovers the request. This component uses reflection API support internally to search for a handler method in all controller classes, finding what? Matching handler method, and gives that controller class bean ID and handler method signature back to dispatcher servlet to make dispatcher servlet calling that handler method on controller class object. Already we discussed in the flow only we discussed. All handler mapping classes are ready-made classes implementing what? Handler mapping interface directly or what? Indirect. Directly or indirect. Spring MVC gives lots of predefined handler mapping classes for different situation. Mostly there will not be any need of developing what? Custom handler mapping classes. Bean name URL handler mapping useful in XML driven configuration of Spring MVC applications or not. Controller class name handler mapping, simple URL handler mapping. Are you getting my point there? Default annotation handler mapping, request mapping handler mapping. Okay. Yeah, bean name, controller class, simple URL. Default annotation, handler mapping, request mapping, handler mapping. Like these multiple options are there or not there? Super. Useful in XML driven. This is useful annotation. And default and best one is what, guys? Request mapping, handler mapping. And moreover, in Spring Boot, am I going to make this one as Spring Bean or it will automatically be? In Spring Boot MVC application, request mapping, handler mapping class comes automatically as Spring Bean through auto configuration. And it will be pre-instantiated automatically by using what? Dispatcher servlet created IOC container. Convinced, guys? Come on, everyone. In latest version of Spring MVC application, Spring Boot MVC application, directly, indirectly, we use what? Request mapping, handler mapping are not there. Spring MVC application can be deployed only in what? External servers like Tomcat Wildfire. We have to install the server. Spring Boot MVC application can be deployed either in what? External server or in what? Embedded servers of the application itself. Embedded servers of the application itself. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Yeah. Next one, view resolve. What is view resolver, guys? It's a component that takes a logical view name, identifies physical view component name and location. Come on. Returns that one to dispatcher server. This component takes logical view name given by controller through dispatcher servlet and maps are links with what? Physical view component name and location, and also returns view object, nothing but view interface implementation class object having that physical view component name and location. Having that physical view component name and location. View resolver does not execute view component. View resolver identifies the name and location of physical view component and gives those details to dispatcher servlet in the form of what? View object. All view resolver components are the classes implementing what? View resolver interface directly or what? Indirect. Most of the time we work with what? Ready-made view resolver. That means there is no need of developing what? User-defined view resolver. Is there any need of developing user-defined view resolvers, guys? Internal resource view resolver, URL-based view resolver, resource bundle view resolver, XML view resolver, tile view resolver, bean name view resolver. But by default, which comes automatically through auto configuration, guys? Internal resource view resolver. What is there, guys? Internal resource view resolver. Everyone getting my point, guys? Come on. Internal resource, URL based resource bundle, XML, tile, bean. Internal resource view resolver will become what? Spring Bean automatically through auto configure. To supply inputs to this view resolver, take the support of what? Application.properties or YML file. Listen. What I said, guys. View resolver contacts property file, gets the name and location of physical view component, returns to dispatcher servlet in the form of view object. Right? Okay. What are the keys and values I have to keep in property file? Giving name and location of the physical view component. We have to use spring dot mvc dot view dot prefix. This will contain location of the physical view component. Suffix, it will contain extension of the physical view component. What about the file name, sir? Already logical view name you are giving now, boss. Prefix plus logical view name plus suffix. All together, it will become name and location of what? Physical view component. All together, it becomes what? Name and location of the physical view comp. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Yeah, what is there? Prefix plus logical view name plus suffix. Suppose from handler method of controller class, logical view name I am getting is X. Then what happened? Slash webinf slash web pages slash x dot JSP. What, guys? Slash x dot JSP will be taken as the name and location of the physical view component. What is there? Name and location of the physical view component. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Got the clarity or not there? Spring.mvc.view.prefix slash webinf slash pages. This is location of physical view component. Suffix. Yeah, tell me. Prefix plus logical view name plus suffix. Prefix plus logical view name plus suffix. Suppose logical view name came from this handler method is home. So what happened? Slash webinf slash pages slash home.jsp will become name and location of the physical view component or not there. That will go to dispatch servlet directly or in the form of view object content. That will go to dispatcher servlet in the form of view object content. What content, guys? Simply in the form of view object content it will go or not there. Super. This physical view component name and location goes to what? DS from view resolver in the form of view object. DS gather physical view component name and location from view object and uses one other technique to reach and execute what? Physical view component are not there. So RD dot forward or response and redirect some internal servlet JSP techniques to execute what? Physical view component are not there, guys. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? But am I going to configure internal resource view resolver as what? Spring bean by using @bean method? No. Because it will come automatically through auto configuration or not there. Okay, fine. What is this skin? Controller should be developed manually using @controller. Multiple handler methods can be placed by using what? Multiple @request mapping annotations are not there. Multiple @request mapping annotations are not there, guys. Multiple @request mapping annotations. What do you say, guys? Okay, that's good. Tell me next one. We discussed about handler mapping. By default, request mapping, handler mapping becomes default handler mapping class now, my dear. It will become default handler mapping class. So how does it, what does it will do? Take incoming request URL path. It will search for handler method. Is there any handler method having same path? If there, it will gather signature of the method and controller class bean ID and passes to whom, guys? Passes to whom, guys? Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC recommends, yeah, this is very important. Generally, when we develop web application, we keep HTML JSP files outside the WebINF folder. Servlet.java files we'll keep in WebINF/classes folder. Yeah, Spring Boot MVC or Spring MVC says how we are safeguarding servlet by keeping inside the WebINF folder. You also keep JSPs inside the WebINF folder. Actually, WebINF and its subfolders of deployment directory structure is called private area. Outside WebINF area is called public area. The request given to public area web component will be allowed directly. If request is given to private area web component without permission of the servlet container, that request cannot go to that component. That's why you observe we keep servlet in WebINF/classes folder, private area, but we configure that servlet in web.xml file. That means we are informing servlet container, okay, you allow request only with my permission. But if we keep HTML file, JSP file outside WebINF folder, public area, are we doing any configuration in web.xml? Are we doing any annotation based configuration, guys? That means that's a public area. Anyone can come and give request or not there. See, boss. In your home, hall area is a little public area or not there. Bedroom locker is little what? Private area. Anyone who visit your house, they can happily see all the items that are there in hall area. Say something, guys. They can happily see all the items that are there in what? Hall area or not there. Because someone wants to enter into your bedroom area, they need to take your permission or not there. Suppose locker repair person has come. Forget about other people. Locker repair person only has come. So when that person comes, you definitely need to take your permission in order to enter and do the repair or not there. In order to enter there and to do the repair there, definitely, you definitely need to take the permission of the person or not there. Say something, guys. I want reply, my dear. Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC recommends to keep JSP files or pages in private area of the web application. WebINF folder and its subfolders are called private area of the web application. Outside WebINF area folder and subfolders are called what? public area of the web application. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super. Check it out. First application under this WebINF, under these classes, this entire is called what? Private area. Understanding my statement, guys? Yeah. Anything outside WebINF, public area. Anything inside what? WebINF is called private area. Yeah. Only underlying server or container can use private area components directly. If any outside request wants to use same component, then we need to give what? Special instruction to container to get permission. Servlet component is the example or not? Public area component can be used by outsider or container or server directly without having any permission or not there. HTML JSP files placed outside the WebINF folder are not there. So far we have placed HTML JSP file in public area of the web application, but it is recommended to place in what? Private area of the web application to get the following advantage. Tell me, first one. No outsider can give direct request to JSP pages. If JSP page is reading and displaying request scope data given by servlet component, then there is no possibility of giving direct request. Then JSP will never show what? Ugly values or null values. Try to understand this point very nicely. Browser is giving request to servlet. Servlet is talking to database getting current cricket match score. Right, guys? Score has come. Come on. Score is passed to JSP. Come on. JSP formatted the score given to servlet. Servlet is giving to browser. Suppose JSP is there in public area. Browser may attempt to give direct request to JSP. But without talking to database, without giving request to servlet, is there any score with JSP? Then JSP may display ugly values or not there. Suppose JSP is there in private area. Do I dare to give direct request to JSP, guys? Do I dare to give direct request to JSP, guys? Come on. Do I dare to give direct request to JSP, my dear? No. See, browser gives request to servlet. Servlet talks to database. Gets the score. Passes to JSP. Formats the result. Format result comes to servlet. Servlet passes to browser. See, same flow. But JSP there in public area. Browser may attempt to give direct request to JSP or not. Suppose it is not there in public area. Then what happened? No question of giving direct request, no question of getting ugly values. So that's why better to keep JSP in public area, private area. I'm telling advantages of keeping JSP in public area or private area. I'm giving advantages of keeping in private area. If JSP is there in private area, will you give direct request to JSP? No. That means JSP extension URL will be there in browser address bar? No. That means we are not hiding, we are not exposing the technology of the website to outsider, na boss. That means we can get protection from hackers and jackers are not there. Suppose I have an assistant. You are giving request to me. Okay, I am giving my data. That fellow is formatting data, giving back to me, and I am giving to you. Suppose that fellow is kept in what? Public domain. You given direct request to him. Since I have not given any inputs to him, he may give empty answers or ugly answers or not. Suppose if I keep in private mode, then what? He is not exposed to market. He is not exposed to you people. Then what happened? You never give direct request, you never get wrong answers. You ask me, I give the answer, but for formatting and drafting work, I take that person support. He give valid answers back to me. Come on. And I will pass to you. So that's the advantage of keeping helping person in what is that, hidden mode or not there. Same thing here also. Yeah, see. In Eclipse ID, only web app folder content become public area content on the deployment. The SRC main Java content, WebINF folder content internally becomes what? Private area content on the deployment. Okay. Fine. Great. Fantastic, guys. Generally, if JSP page is there in what? Private area, then its configuration in web.xml is what? Mandatory, having URL pattern. But internal resource view resolver of Spring MVC can locate or identify JSP pages or files of what? Private area directly without mapping the JSP pages in web.xml are not there. We place JSP pages in Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC application in the following folder. Any folder, webinf/pages, webinf/JSP, webinf/view. Like this, we can place it or not there. Here, pages, JSP, view folders are user-defined folder. We can take any name, non-standard folders. What folders, guys? Non-standard folders. WebINF class lib folders of web.xml file names are standard names in what? Web application development. In what? Web application development. Okay. And nothing is there under WebINF. You can take your own choice folder. There you can keep what? JSP files. So let me summarize. How to develop controller? You got idea? Come on. How to develop controller? You got idea. Handler mapping, you need not to develop. View resolver, you need not. Only JSPs you have to develop. That too, recommendation is keep in private area. But to locate them, you need not to worry. View resolver will take care of it. Right? Okay. Now, my first application related storyboard. That means instead of showing lengthy thing, everything I want to keep in a single screen. What's your first application? First of all, tell me, sir. My first application is I have a JSP in private area, and when I give request to that JSP, that should display as a home page of the website. That should display as what? Home page of the website. This is my first requirement. Are you getting my point, my dear? Understanding my statement, guys? Zero. Where is zero? Deployment activities. What do you mean deployment? Deployed, pre-instantiation of dispatcher servlet, all this stuff. All regular stuff is taking place or not there? Yeah. Number one, from the browser we have given request or not? Dispatcher servlet trapped and taken the request, my dear. Handed over the request to handler mapping, my dear. Okay. Next, number 4 question mark. Tell me what is 4 question mark, guys? Number 4 question mark. Tell me. It will gather. See, guys, home it is looking for. It look for handler method whose request path is home inside the controller class. Yes, sir, my dear. Whose request path is home inside the controller class. Yeah, it finds are not there. See this? It finds are not there. This method signature controller class bean ID pass it to whom? Dispatcher servlet. This method signature controller class bean ID is passed to whom? Dispatcher servlet. Are you understanding my statement, guys? This method signature and controller class bean ID passed to dispatcher servlet. Okay, that's good. Okay, all those details are gone to dispatcher servlet. Submits the bean ID, gets the controller class object, calls the handler method. That is number 6. Okay, right now I have no business logic, nothing. It is just a returning logical view name welcome. That is 7. Fine. 8. Received logical view name. 9. Passed logical view name to view resolver. This view resolver is linked with one prefix, one suffix. Number 9. View resolver gives view object having name and location of what? Physical view component are not there. Having name and location of what? Physical view component are not there. Having name and location of the physical view component. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Yeah. This view object has gone to dispatcher servlet. What is there? 11. This view object has gone to dispatcher servlet. What is there, guys? 11. Super. Tell me next one. It will start executing the JSP file. It first locates the JSP file and executes the JSP. Okay, once executed, output comes or not there. Once executed, it will give me output or not there. That is 14. Okay. And this output goes to whom, guys? Browser. Will be displayed in the form of web page content or not there? Will be displayed simply in the form of web page content. Simple application. First page I want to display. Only extra thing is that page is there in private area, but no problem. Number 0, deployment activities. Number 1, request generation. Number 2, dispatch servlet trapping and taking request. Number 3, handovers the request to handler mapping. Number 4, it looks for a handler method whose request path is home. Because here also home, here also. Gathers handler method signature. And gives that one to whom? Dispatcher servlet. That is, okay, 5. Okay, 6. It will submit bean ID get controller class object. Calls handler method. No logic, no business logic, nothing. It will executing what? It is returning logical view name 7. Okay, next. Logical view name comes to dispatcher servlet. Passes that one to view resolver. Passes that one to view resolver. View resolver gives me view object or not then? View resolver gives me what? View object. View resolver gives me what? View object. That view object goes to whom? Dispatcher servlet. That view object goes to whom? No doubt in that. Are you getting my point there or not there, guys? Yeah. That view object goes to dispatcher servlet. Give me 1 minute, guys. Right, guys. Tell me now. Yeah. Yeah, number 7, logical view name. View resolver. That gives view object having name and location of physical view comp. How the name decided? Prefix plus LVN plus suffix. That view object goes to whom? Dispatcher, sir. Yeah, dispatcher servlet passes to Dispatcher servlet gives that one to whom, guys? Yeah, this is one. This is what? Welcome.jsp. Now, identifies now, boss. Executes the code. Executed code output goes to whom, guys? Executed code output goes to whom, guys? Yeah, dispatcher servlet sends that output to browser as a response or not. This is what we need to focus or not there, guys. That's good. Spring Boot MVC allows us to develop web application in how many ways? Two ways. Number one, as a standalone web application. Number two, as a deployable web application. Standalone means what? How we got embedded in database. Similarly, embedded server will come. This application runs in the embedded Tomcat server or Jetty or Underdog server of Spring Boot application itself. No need of arranging separate server. Very useful in dev and test environment where we are not ready to spend separate money and memory for installation of web server. This application can be packed as jar file which contains what? Web application plus embedded Tomcat server. Interesting or not there? Next one, deployable web application. This application runs in external server of the application. We have to install the server. It's a separate WAR file to manage. This application can be deployed in any web server or what application. This is very useful in what? Production environment. Very, very useful in what? Production environment. Okay. Spring MVC support. Only Spring MVC means original Spring MVC. That support only external server, guys. Whereas Spring Boot supports in-memory server and external server. The software that is installed separately and configured for our web application is called external server. Installed Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow, and etc. The server that comes as in-memory server in the execution of the Spring Boot MVC application is called as what? Embedded Tomcat, embedded Jetty, and what? Etc. Embedded Tomcat, embedded Jetty, and what? Etc. Are you understanding my statement, my dear? Come on. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? Yes, this one. Yeah, if you are working with the cloud environment, boss, we are going to use cloud-based embedded Tomcat server, cloud-based external servers are not there. That's fine. Okay, that is what we want to go for it. A procedure to develop Spring Boot MVC application that shows private area JSP file as what? Home page of the web application. You can use Tomcat 11.x or what? 10.x. But latest version is what? 11.x. I want to deploy this application both in what? External Tomcat and embedded Tomcat, guys. I want to deploy this one in what? External Tomcat and what? Embedded Tomcat. Let me prepare like this. This is my 11.x, guys. This is 11.x. This is 11.x. Fine. I would like to configure server with what? Tomcat, Eclipse IDE, boss. I'd like to configure server with Eclipse IDE. This is 11.x. I saved everything here. Yeah. Let's take Eclipse here, boss. We are ready. Is this our Eclipse idea? No. I think yours is 718 only, na? Yeah. I want to work with both server. External Tomcat is already there. During Servlet.js we have installed. That I want to link with Eclipse IDE. I think everyone knows how to link with Eclipse IDE. Window menu, preferences, Where is this? Server, runtime environment, add, Apache, tell me next one. 11.0, say next. 11.0, say next. Browse. Okay, here I am trying to choose the installation folder of the Tomcat or not. D drive, what is there? Tomcat 11.x. Select folder, save finish, apply, close. Understanding my statement, guys? Boot data JPA. We are ready with this, but go to servers tab. Here also we have to configure. If you just configure, that is not enough, guys. Here also you have to configure. It's my Apache, guys. Tomcat, how much? 11. That's good. Say next. Say finish. Tomcat 11, say 11, say. Yeah, Tomcat, external Tomcat is ready now, boss? I think this is the known process. You already did, right? Anything new? Are you feeling new thing or this one? No, it's a very, very known process. Already we did it. So we configured external Tomcat with this. Okay, that's great. Now, concentrate. File new. Where is this? Spring Starter project. What project, guys? Spring Starter. Boot data JPA. No. What is there? Boot MVC pros. Boot MVC pros 01. Okay. First application. That's fine. Maven. Yeah. Jar means only standalone Tomcat. Embedded Tomcat we can use. Var means I can use embedded Tomcat and external Tomcat both. It's always recommended to select var so that I can use embedded Tomcat, external Tom. Fine. Okay, Spring Boot MVC. Say next. What's there? Lambda KPI. Next. Arakill, nothing required. This is also not required. First application, na? Spring Web MVC. What is there? Spring Boot Web MVC or Web. Yes. Is there na, boss? Say next. Say finish. Say next to say finish. Yeah, forget about that. Where is project, guys? I think it will create somewhere little doubt. It's created or not there? Yeah, in the web application, na boss, regular folders only will be there, regular only. Along with that, one extra folder will be there. SRC main web app. Web app is extra to keep web application related this. By default, WebINF is not coming, guys. You have to place the WebINF. Folder, what is there? WebINF. What's there? WebINF. Under WebINF, you have to place JSP file. Okay. Yeah. JSP file. Welcome.j. Array. We'll develop that later, guys. Okay. Basic structure is ready now, boss. Dispatch servlet, you have to keep ready, but unfortunately, it is already there. And its configuration to servlet container also already happened. You need not to do anything. First of all, let me prove that jars are coming or not. Libraries, Maven dependencies, libraries. What dependencies, guys? Maven dependencies. Libraries, Maven dependency, WebMVC. Okay, guys. WebMVC. Tell me, guys. Here, web.servlet. This is what? Dispatcher servlet dot class. Web.servlet, dispatcher servlet dot class. Convinced or not, guys? Web.servlet, dispatcher servlet dot class. That's good. Okay. So its configuration is also done automatically. Okay. Having home, a request is coming. Dispatch servlet trapped in time. Hand over the request to handler mapping. Handler mapping, I need not to configure. It also will be configured automatic. That looks for handler method in controller class, whose request path is what? Slash home. Whose request path is what? Slash home. That's good. Tell me. Right click new package. What's the package, guys? com.nt.controller. Any name you can give, but I'm taking this. com.nt.controller. Yes. New. What is there? Class. Show home controller. What is there, guys? Show home controller. Show home controller.java. Tell me. @controller. That's good. Fine. Public. But I want return logical view name, nothing else. That's why better return type is what? String only, na? Yeah. Okay, I just want to take method name as display home page. Any specific reason for taking any such method, guys? No. That's great. Tell me. @request mapping slash home. @request mapping slash home. Yeah. Return logical view name. Where is this? Return welcome. Return logical view name, return welcome. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. That's good. @controller, request mapping slash home, return welcome. I hope you got it. Yeah. This logical view name comes to what? Dispatcher servlet. Dispatch servlet try to give to view resolver. That is also auto configure, boss. You need not to do anything, right? Do we need to do anything separately for it? No, you need not to do anything. That also comes automatically or not. But it expects inputs from you. It will definitely expects what? Input from you. Okay, that's good. It definitely expects what? Inputs from you. Yeah, where is this? Resources, application dot properties. Here I have to go for view resolver configuration or not. Spring dot MVC dot view dot prefix slash webinf, because I decided to place JSP in what? Pages folder. So prefix means location, suffix means extension. Based on the logical view name, it is decided. What's the logical view name? Welcome. So overall, it looks for prefix plus logical view name plus suffix together or not. Yeah, everyone does this mistake, guys. They write up to pages. They forgot to keep slash. They write up to pages, but they forget to keep what? Slash. Okay. Spring dot view dot suffix dot JS. Spring dot MVC dot view dot suffix dot slash webinf slash pages slash. Okay. That's good. Are you getting my point there, guys? We are ready with this or not there, boss? Super. This logical view name gone to whom, guys? Dispatch servlet, view resolver. View resolver gives view object having name and location of physical view component. That view object goes to dispatcher servlet. Now dispatch servlet now looks to execute physical view component in the pages folder. Are we having that, guys? Do you have that, guys? We don't have that, right? Right click, new, what is there? Folder, pages. In this, tell me, boss. What file? JSP file. What the file? Welcome.jsp. This. Welcome.jsp. This. Is EL ignored is equal to false. Then what's there? Is EL ignored is equal to false. Yeah, that is one expression language false, guys. Don't worry. First, we are not using anything. It's a dummy page only. Here I will write H1 style. What is there? Color colon red. Text hyphen align center. Welcome to Spring Boot MVC application. Welcome to Spring Boot application. Welcome to Spring Boot MVC application. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Yeah, this ASP execute. Output comes to dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet try to display that output on the browser as a web page or not. Okay. Anything difficult? Are you developing everything on your own? Controller class JSP. Remaining everything is ready-made. But flow should be there in your brain. Otherwise, you cannot develop. Look like patch kind of. Ready-made component, user-defined component. Both together you have to involve the flow, guys. Both together you have to what? Involve the flow. Yes. Right-click, guys. Tell me. Run as, what's there? Run on server. Say next. Say finish. Invalid port number. Nothing is there. Whenever that error comes, guys, double click on server configuration. Double click on server. This is coming, but some other port number is not. Just select any number randomly. That's not a big thing. And save it. They will be saved internally. Right click, guys. Tell me. Run as. Run on server. Say next. Say finish. Yeah, proper browser is not configured, guys. Proper browser is not configured. Browser, what is there? Chrome. Browser, that is Chrome. Right click, tell me. Run on server. Say next. Say finish. Say next, say finish. Here is what? Home. Enter key home. Welcome to Spring Boot MVC application or not? Welcome to Spring Boot MVC application. We are getting home page, right? Yeah, this we are running through external server or embedded server. We are running through external Tomcat server. But sometimes we may not have external server in our system 9. Chances there are not there. Okay, that's good, fine. Chances there you may not have external server, guys. Okay, right click, tell me. Run as Java application. Port number 8080 is already in use or not there? Because embedded Tomcat is running on which port number? 8080. No, I don't want run on 8080, guys. Okay. Because already Oracle related one or other service is using that port number. So we cannot reuse the busy port number, right? So what should I do, guys? I have to change the port number. Okay. Go to resources. Yeah. What is a server dot port? Embedded server port number. Server dot port 40. Hey, not fixed. Anything you can. 4041 is also not fixed, guys. Anything you can take. That's not a big deal. Anything you can take. That's not a big deal. Right click. Tell me. Run on. Okay. Right click. Tell me, guys. Run on server or not that? Run as Java application. Array, this one. Run as Java application. Run as Java application. See, embedded Tomcat is running with port number 4041. Yes or no? Okay. Open a new tab here. HTTP localhost 4041. Enter. /home. No context path na home. Still not coming. Look at the error here. Welcome.jsp, some error is coming or not. Somehow this embedded Tomcat is not coming with Jasper. Jasper is JSP container. Alright, in Tomcat server, what is the JSP container name? Jasper. Servlet container name Catalina. It is giving default Catalina, but it is not giving Jasper. Nothing but Tomcat container it is not giving. It is not giving Tomcat container. It is giving only what? It is not giving JSP container. It is giving only servlet container. That's the biggest headache we are having or not there. So what should I do now? Okay. No. It's not prefix affix kind of thing. You should add that Jasper manually. You should add that Jasper JSP container explicitly. Since it is not coming automatically, you have to add it what? Manual. Okay, let's see how to add that one, guys. Go to mvnrepository.com. What's there? Go to mvnrepository.com. Simply, literally go to what? mvnrepository.com. Yeah, this Sunday you'll be having 2 sessions, guys. Okay, listen. Not Sunday, sorry, Saturday. Both are on security. Both will be on security. Session 1, 11 o'clock. Not 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Okay. Session 2, evening, regular 7 p.m. Enough? Sunday, I will check the possibility. I have a busy schedule on that day, but I'll check the possibility. If any possibility is there, I will take the session. Or Sunday evening, okay for you people? Morning, not possible. Evening, 5 o'clock like that. 5 o'clock like that. I'll check. I'll give the clarity, but Saturday you prepare for 2 sessions. Sunday I'll take the session, but evening hours I am planning, not morning hours. Exact plan I will give later. Exact plan I will give later, no doubt. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see, guys. Tomcat embedded Jasper. Click on search button. Tomcat embedded Jasper. Tomcat embedded Jasper. That's great. 11.0.3. That's good. Go to pom.xml, guys. This is my pom.xml. Go to pom.xml. When I open it, it will expect this. When I open it, it will expect this. That's good. Say paste. Okay. Say paste, remove this. Say paste, remove this. That's great. Boot MVC pros, this one. Boot MVC pros, this one, right? Right click, run as what? Java application. Right click, run as what? Java application. Four 4041. 4041/home. Welcome Spring Boot MVC application. Earlier it has not worked, but it is working or not. Did you notice this point? Yeah. In external server, built-in JSP container. In embedded not coming, you have to add explicit. Everything is documented, everything properly there in the material. I'll save the notes, guys. Yeah, I'm working with the Tomcat 11 only. Okay, don't think that Tomcat 10. No, you have to work with the Tomcat 11 latest. Fine. Sir, when I'm running in embedded Tomcat, no context path. It's port number /home, not sounding good, right? Some website feeling is not coming. So I want to give context path. That is technically called context path. In the URL, whatever you see after port number is called context path. Nothing but web application name. We can give explicitly, guys. We can give explicitly. Go to application.properties, context path for the web application. I'm trying to provide context path for the web application. Server.servlet.context path. Server.servlet.context path. Yeah. Server.servlet.context path. Tell me, boss, what is there? Okay. Server.servlet. Anything you can take first aid. Anything you can take, but it must start with a slash. Anything you can take, it must start with slash. Red button means stop the server. Red button means stop the server, right? Fine. Okay. Right click, run as Java. Say refresh. Now it's not working because that context path is missing. Oh, it's coming or not there. Port number, your choice, but 8080 default, but that is already occupied in my system. Clash has come. I'm trying to solve the clash by using something else. Easy. Interesting. Okay. Now I have a question. You look at Naresh IT website. You take any website, guys. Naresh IT website or any website for that matter. Am I typing any slash something here? Am I typing something slash something here, guys? No, we are not. That means base URL you are typing, home page is coming automatically or not? Say something, my dear. Come on, I want reply. We are typing base URL and we are getting things automatically, right? Guys, I want reply from you people. Why it is not happening for our application? Our application, check it out. You take external Tomcat or embedded Tomcat. I'm explicitly forced to type slash home manually or not there. I'm forced to type slash home manually or not there. Without typing slash home, I am getting error. Check it out. 404. Error is coming here or not there. Here error is coming. Here what? Error is coming. Here simply, literally error is coming. Are you understanding my statement? That's the biggest headache we are having or not there. That's a super biggest headache we are having, boss. Come on, that's a serious problem. Okay, I don't want that problem to happen. Okay, for that one, what you have to do, you know. Show home controller, guys. What controller? Show home controller. Request mapping, guys. Say what? Slash. Request mapping slash. That's really great or not there, guys? Request mapping slash. Okay. Request mapping slash. Right click. Run on server or something else. Run on server, guys. Say next. Really takes a lot of time to habituate to Spring Boot MVC. Real. Yeah. I have not typed anything. Did I type slash home here? It's because of slash is taken as path of the handler method or not there. Slash means default. And moreover, if you don't give anything, you just kept request mapping, by default slash will be taken, guys. All the three are same. No, home is different. With slash or without slash also same. Right click, run on server, guys. Say next. I don't want to see you people taking so many days to complete this practical. You have to complete as early as possible. I hope you'll complete it. Okay, let it be, guys. Tell me, boss, what is there? It's coming or not coming? Oh, sorry. I need not to type anything. Sorry. I need not to type anything because home is now not there, right? Same thing is applicable for embedded server also. And I use the word embedded server, you thought something great. This is nothing. Because from the beginning I am saying Spring Boot is equal to Spring minus XML configuration plus auto configuration. While explaining auto configuration, it gives built-in servers, built-in containers, built-in database software. Yeah, this is one built-in. Let's run this application as embedded application, Java application. Yeah. Reference, guys. Yeah, this won't work. I know that. Even home is not required this time. First AP. It's coming now, my dear. See, after refresh also output coming means it's really working nice. It's really working nice or not there? Here, super duper working nice or not there, guys? Okay, that's good. How handler mapping is matching appropriate handler method. Muhammad Akif, after listening entire Allah, Quran, you are asking Allah is there or not there? Huh? I said na handler method. Where you listen, you people, Ra Babu? Huh? Muddy fellows. Then handler mapping will match appropriate handler method. Then we don't give request path. No. It is looking for that handler method whose request path is slash. That means if you don't give any request path for handler method, slash is taken by default. Waste fellows. Once again, listen. Sir, when we keep at the rate request level, Neetu, there is no annotation called at the rate request, madam. Please, madam. Why are you creating new MVCs, boss? Request mapping is there. No request. What is your sir, when we keep request at class level, no, time is there. I will introduce at right time. I'll introduce at right time. Okay. I don't want to write URL like then purchase the domain name, internet domain name, link with this. Purchase like nareshit.com. What is the madam name? Deepak Kumar. Deepak.com and link with this. If two are there, what happened? We will discuss. First concentrate on count. If I keep 10, what happens? 2, what happens? First concentrate on basics, Rabab. Mr. Akif, I already said handler mapping takes the request URL. From there, it will collect the request path, home. Right? And looks for handler method whose request path is home in all the controller classes. Yes, my dear? Super. If my handler method, second method, but I mentioned two method request mapping, not giving, then you will get a clash, Babu. You will get exception. Handler method path must be unique. If two handler methods are having same thing, you will get error. Okay. Yesterday also we discussed it, right? And request path of handler method must be unique. Or worry about existing one, right? How through keeping 2, keeping 4, we'll discuss later. You are not passing home in request mapping. Akif, if I pass how it is happening, I am discussing. If I not pass it, look for slash. Akif, don't become intelligent all of a sudden. You did mistake and commit it. Muddy fellow. If nothing is there, it looks for a slash. Yes or no, na? In the URL, nothing is there. Then it looks for handler method whose request path is what? Slash. If there, takes it. If not there, just request mapping also default is slash. That is available. Signature gathering, controller class bean ID gathering. And passes that one to whom, guys? Dispatcher servlet and remaining store continues. It is used for home page of the only home page only that is required. That's why only one home page will be there. Only you will take one handler method with a slash. Why will take 2, 3 handler method with a slash? Because we don't have 2, 3 home pages now, boss. Common sense. One website will have one home page, a lot of home pages. For one home page, why will take 2, 3 handler method without request path? At least maybe this statement may connect you people, right? Fine, whatever it is. I hope you will practice at any cost. Yes, everything is documented with a screenshot. Go and watch the paint content and practice it. Where is this, guys? 7 p.m. Huh? 7 p.m. Springboard MVC. Springboard MVC. Right click. File upload. This is 718 or 619? 718. Tell me. Springboot MVC. So what's their second one? Let me save the document again. Open it. Got it or not there? Thank you guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.